What's going on, guys? This is ViewtifulKupo here, and I'm back with some more ranked gameplay of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. We're on episode 17, and today's topic that I would love to talk about is the fighting game community. Now, the reason I want to talk about the FGC is because it marks over 1 year that it's been since I've been in the FGC, since I participated. So, I want to start from the beginning and how I got involved into all of this. So, let's start. I was a regular gamer, you know, I would play whatever caught his interest. I was mostly just an action adventure guy, you know, anything like that. I would play racing games from time to time, some shooters, and yeah, I always heard about fighters, but you know, I never really got really deep into it. So the first game I actually ever played that was a fighter was kind of Darkstalkers, but I don't really remember much about it. It was such a long time ago, but the only character I remember was Morgan. The next fighting game that I played was like Street Fighter when it first came out, but I ended up returning it because I really didn't understand that game. But the main game that I did play back then was Melee. Now, not Melee, not many people consider it to be a fighter. They consider it to be a party game, but you know, I really don't care how people see it. Melee was the shit back then. Then Brawl came out, and Brawl was such a blast, and I would always play it with me and my 4 other friends, or my 3 other friends. It was 4 of us in total, and we would always play it, and it was just so much fun. And you know, it was a blast back then, man. Now I always knew about Street Fighter because you know I did end up picking up Street Fighter 4 at one point when it did come out, so I always knew about the character Ryu. And it kind of got me interested one day when I saw a trailer on YouTube, and it was a trailer of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, and I saw this guy Ryu again. I was like, yo, why is this guy so popular? You know, he's obviously got to be the main character. So I saw Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, and when I saw the trailer and the combos, everything looked so freaking flashy. I saw Ryu do Hsien-ko Hadouken, and I was like, holy crap, what the hell? I was like, yo, I gotta get this game. So I ended up picking it up. You know, I played it with my friends. We really didn't understand it at all. I gotta be honest, we did not understand it. So I really didn't know what to do from that point. You know, I liked the game Tatsunoko, but I just didn't know how to play it. So I kind of didn't really pick it up very often after that. We went back to Brawl. We all played it. And my friend wanted to borrow it. He was like, yeah, let me borrow Tatsunoko. I really want to play it. So I let him borrow it. And you know, a couple of weeks later, he comes back and he's like, yo, do you know you can do this and that? And I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, this is from me coming from like when I thought Shoryuken motion. I used to call it zigzag or whatever, and like I thought quarter circle forward was like a sway forward motion. That's what I would call it. And I was just like, yo, what the hell is this? Like, you can do all of this crap, like a 30-hit combo. I was like freaking out. I was like, yo, show me how you did that. And you know, my friend showed me, and you know, we played, and then I was like, yo, I picked it up again. It was fun. We played that. We played Brawl. We played we also played Naruto Clash of Ninjas. That was actually one of the best Naruto games back then. It was Clash of Ninjas, I think 4 or Revolution. I don't know which one, but that's besides the point. Yeah, so after that, you know, I picked up, you know, Tatsunoko also with Brawl and Clash of Ninjas. And then I heard of another game coming out, and I saw on YouTube one day, on Machinima uploaded it. It was Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, I was like, this game sounds familiar. Like, I heard about Marvel vs. Capcom at some point in my life. I just don't know where, but you know, it sounded familiar, and I was like, yo, I see this guy again, Ryu. I'm like, yo, Ryu's in this game too. Yo, this is sick. And then I see Wolverine. I'm like, what the hell? And then I see Chris versus Hulk, and I freak out. I'm like, yo, because I really like the Resident Evil series a lot. And then I saw Morgan and Iron Man. I was like, yo, gotta get this game. I got to. Then I seen the combo potential and all this crap. I was like, yo, what the hell? Bought the special edition and everything day one when it came out. And the funny thing about it is that even before Vanilla came out day one, I actually bought Marvel 2 a week prior to before Vanilla came out to practice it and maybe get good at it, because I thought maybe it might have been similar, but it wasn't at all. But either way, when Vanilla came out, man, dude, I was so psyched for it. all of my friends, we all started playing it. I was like known for the Morgan. I had another friend that was known for Super Scroll. I had another friend who played Sentinel. Back then he had 1.3 million. He was the worst. And my other friend had 0. So we all like played it. We were okay, but we honestly thought we were the shit back then, man. Them like bread and butters that we did were like, if we hit it on each other, we were like, oh, it was a blast. It was awesome. And progressively we kept playing. We kind of discovered a few things here and there. We were like, holy crap, you can do this and that, whatever. Then came the fateful day one day when I just walked into Best Buy and I saw they had Marvel vs. Capcom 3 set up. So, I was like, hey, these guys, they look pretty good. They did, they're doing some pretty cool basic combos. Let me try it out. I hop on, I did okay. And this guy right there, his name is Walter. He came to me. He told me, he was like, hey, you play this game? I was like, yeah, man. He's like, are you good in it? I was like, man, I'm the champion. And he was like, oh yeah, we're having a tournament on it. You should come and participate. So, I gave him my information and everything. And a couple weeks passed by, and he's like, yo, hey, what's up? The tournament's this and that. Come here this date, and we'll set things up. So I show up. I go with one of my friends. His name is Cameron. We go there and we see like at least like 12 guys. It wasn't a big turnout, but it was pretty, for a DC thing, it was pretty good. I liked it a lot. And the first match I ended up playing, I actually fought some really decent players, and I was like, whoa, these guys, they're pretty good. I didn't really know that there was that many people, but again, I dominated over it, and I kept playing, and I ended up getting to the losers finals or winners finals, I guess you could say. I made it out really close to the end, and I fought this one guy, and he almost beat me, dropped the combo, and I came back on him. And then I'm already at the last match. I'm against this guy who's using Ryu, Hulk, Akuma, and holy shit, man, Hulk standing H back then. I used to press like a shitload of buttons, so standing H would punish me and it would kill me, and I was like, holy hell, So finally, I took a second, and I ended up, beating him, and it was just like, holy hell. When I beat that guy, I was like, yo, I just won. I ended up freaking out. I was like, yeah. It was awesome, and like everybody was like, oh shit, and this and that. It was so awesome, man. And I ended up winning that Best Buy tournament. Now, that was officially my first tournament, if you want to be technical. But after that, the guy who hosted the tournament, Walter, he ended up telling me, here's my gamer tag. We should meet up. We should play sometime, because he likes the game as well. So, I still played with my friends, Super Smash Brothers and Naruto and stuff like that. But every now and then I would go to Walter's and his friends, and we would all play Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And it was like playing those guys. It felt like they were all boss battles because they were so much better than me, that when I beat them in the tournament, I feel like I shouldn't have even won that. So, time passes by, we all play. And then we end up meeting this other guy. His name is Sleepless. He runs the GIAC DOTCOM website and the YouTube channel. And I was working with him for a little while, and we were doing combos for him. And he told us, we should go to tournaments. They host big tournaments out there in New York, and the East Coast, the West Coast, all of this. So we were like, yeah, we should definitely go. We should show our stuff, because after that, they ended up announcing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 by this time. So, we all really got good at this game as well. So the main guys were myself, Walter, our other friend Jeff, and Sleepless. And the first official step into the FGC, the tournament that we decided to enter, was Curly Mustache 2. Now, at this time, we didn't know anything about Curly Mustache. We knew it was run by this guy named IFC Yipes. He was really well known in the community back for Marvel 2. So now he's hosting a tournament, I guess, for Marvel 3. Now, at this time, we didn't know that this was a high rollers only tournament, and it was invitational only. So we're going to go all the way out to New York, like competing against some of the best players in the world. We show up. They tell us, oh, so you're gonna enter Curly, And we're like, yeah, we definitely want to enter. They were like, so what's your names? We gave them our names, and like, you're not on the invitational list. So at that moment, I lost it. I was just like, holy crap, did we just come out all the way to New York to like not participate? This sucked really bad. I was upset, and I was like, damn it. You know, what can we do? Is there any way we can, you know, kind of slip in, please? And the guy was like, well, you can talk to Yipes himself. You know, when he shows up, let him know. So we were like, all right, cool. Time passed by. We didn't actually get to see him, so we were like, you know, damn, you know, it kind of sucks. You know, he's not going to show up, or, you know, maybe he'll show up later, but, you know, hopefully he lets us, you know, in the tournament. So we're kind of still bummed out about it. We're heading out the venue. We're going to go back to our hotel, and you know, little did we know, we ended up seeing him right there walking up to the venue, and we're like, hey, that's Yipes, yo. You know, one of our friends came up, or Walter, you know, he asked him, he was like, hey, what's up? You know, we come from DC. Can we please, you know, enter the tournament? We didn't know it was invitational only. And he's like, you guys are from DC? Hell yeah, come through, you know, enter the tournament. You guys are in. And we were happy about it. And you know, we go back to the hotel, we, you know, prepare ourselves, and we enter the tournament. We get bodied. We get bodied big time. My friend Jeff, you know, lost both rounds, winners and losers. I lost my first round, and then got bodied in losers by Winrich. My friend got put out immediately, Walter, by Ray, you know, and it was just like, holy shit, dude, this is not good. We're doing really bad, and we all get eliminated. You know, it sucked because that was our first tournament, and you know, we got bodied really bad. There was like one victory maybe on one of our ends, but that was it. Other than that, there was nothing else to be said. You know, we were upset, but you know, whatever. It was a learning experience, and it was good because, you know, that was our first tournament, and we know what it felt like to go out to pay all this money, because, you know, paying for hotel, gas, tolls, and venue fee, it's a lot of money. And it's a good experience because, you know, it kind of feels like there's a lot more on the line than just, you know, going out, you know. So we went, and you know, we were just like, yeah, you know, even though we did bad, it was good. It was good, and that's what we needed. The next tournament we ended up entering after that was Civil War. Now this was our official tournament because it was myself, Jeff, and Walter. This was the main one that kind of made us like kind of like really enter the FGC, because we were going solo. It was in Virginia, and it was a year ago. It was April 28th to the 29th, and we went, and this is where we actually did, you know, start getting better. We showed that we actually have signs of life in our fight, because Walter, he ended up doing good. He bodied like 3 people, and he was about to make it out of winners pools, and he ended up having to fight Marlin Pie. And as soon as I heard WDC, which is this gamer tag, Walter, versus Marlin Pie, I was like, oh no. At this point, we started learning who people were in the FGC, you know, who was good and who was bad. And we heard Marlin Pie, and we were like, nah, man, this is gonna be tough. I didn't have any doubts, because, you know, that's my friend Walter. Obviously, you know, I'm gonna root for him no matter what. But, you know, Marlin Pie was really strong back then. Walter ended up fighting him, and he won. When that happened, yo, man, so much weight was lifted off my shoulder to know that my friend just beat one of the best, you know, a good player, not one of the best, but a very good player. And I was so happy. And we look back at our friend Jeff. Before this all happened, actually, my friend Walter tapped him on the shoulder. He was like, hey, you're gonna record this, right? You know, he tapped him in his hand, because in his hand he had the camcorder to let him know, you know, that, yo, make sure you record this. And Jeff gives him the nod, you know, like, I got you. And then we look back after the match is over, and I'm like, oh, did you record that? And he was like, oh, he didn't record it. And I was like, oh, it's so lame. I was upset, but you know, it didn't matter, because after that he got the run back. It was on I was on stream though, but Marlon Pie obviously took it over him there, and he was already in losers, so you know, it was over. After that, in my winners pools, it was on Xbox. I wasn't really that good, but I actually did survive pretty well until I was about to get out, and I ended up having to fight Chris G, and I got bodied. He at that time he had a Kuma on anchor, but it was still just as strong. I didn't really know what the hell to do to it. I freaked. I lost. I got put out, and you know what? Another good experience. So yeah, that was pretty much the beginning of me and my friend Walter's journey. Jeff comes with us every now and then to weeklies, but he really doesn't have the time to be going out to majors like that. But mostly it's me and Walter, and he's a really good friend. He's the reason I can go out to these tournaments, because he's the driver. And ever since Civil War, after that we went to ECT, we went to Summer Jam, we went to Knockout Fights. It's not a major, but we went out to many other tournaments, and we ended up going to last year's Evo. It was awesome, man. We did progressively better each and every tournament, and we progressively get one step closer to getting out of pools. But there's always something that holds us down, and we're trying to work on that. And that's the reason why today's episode I want to talk about the FGC, because the fighting game community, we've gotten to know a lot of people, especially in our area. We know the really friendly people there are Unknown, PZ Poi, DJ Hoshin, and Meep, and 4-Star. These guys are all really good players, and they all help us level up, because me and Walt go out there all the way for like an hour drive from DC there, and we try to progressively get better, and then they help us by fighting against us, doing casuals, whatever. We enter the weekly tournaments, the monthlies, and we all progressively get better. And I think everybody that I've played in that's really well known, like Andre or Moons or even Yipes or Marlon Pie, whatever, because the FGC, all it is just you play good players to get better, to learn stuff, to have fun. That's the main point, just to have fun and get better, and that's it. And that's kind of what led me to this next question. How did you guys get in the FGC? Or if you're in it or not, or if you've heard about it and you would like to get in it and play competitively against all these other players, because there's a lot of people that play the games they love, like Marvel, and Street Fighter, and KOF, and Tekken Tag 2, and Cross Tekken. They play this game competitively because they love it, So that's my question. How did you guys get involved in the FGC? Other than that, before I leave, I actually want to let you guys know, technically because I was talking about 1 year before I entered the FGC, is because the first tournament was Civil War 4, and Civil War 5 is right around the corner. So if you guys are going to be in the Richmond, Virginia area, if you're going to be participating in the tournament, come say hi to me, or if not, wish me luck, because I'm going to try my best to get out there and make at least top 8 and dominate in this tournament, man, because this is the reason I play Marvels, because I love it. And I'm going to go out there with my friend Walter, and we're going to do our best, and that's it, man. As always, I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of the clip. There's not much left to say. This is BW Cool signing off. I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.